Hi, and thank you for joining. Today we're gonna do a short flight from Montgomery Field to San Diego International. And in this flight, we're gonna test some of the more advanced features of the GNS 530, which are enabled by this great mod, which is absolutely free. You can just Google it, GNS 530 mod for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The developer is great and they keep updating it, so highly recommend. We're also using our Flight Sim Builder GNS 530 to actually do all of the inputs, so it's here, and we are flying in the in the Piper Aero, but just by Just Flight, beautiful plane as well. All right, so first let's take a look at the flight plan we have. And as you can see, we have Montgomery to San Diego International. So a quick note for some of these more advanced features, we do need to make sure that we have the point of origin set in the GPS. So we need to have the K Mike Yankee Foxtrot, not just direct to San Diego. And this is something some limitation of the flight sim at the moment, where if you're gonna do some direct to some of the approach fixed points, it's not gonna work if you don't have it. And this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take a little shortcut. We're not gonna fly the full approach, but we'll pretend like the approach gives us basically clearance to go to the final approach fix. So we'll see how it works. And this is the actual really realistic situation, because the approach would always try to accommodate the shortest possible distance. They don't want you to go and fly the full approach, burn fuel, and so on. So realistic and great. We're going to be able to do it with the 530. All right, so we have flight plans. So let's then go to the procedures menu and select approach. So here in the approach, we're gonna select RNF 27 Yankee. So we're gonna be coming from the east. So let's look at the map. Here we can see before the approach is loaded, we're gonna fly, take it down in departure, and come here and fly the approach. So basically basically next thing we need to do is to confirm the transition, which is Lindy. And for us to see it, we can see it here in our GNS 530. This is the initial approach fix, but we can also open our approach plate and take a look here. So Lindy is right here. We're gonna go again, take off, go east, and if we would fly the full approach, we would climb to 5,000 and then go and fly an approach. But what we will do once we are at 3,000, we will go and go direct to Rebo. So it's gonna save us some time. All right, so Lindy load, and we can activate it now. So now we have the full approach loaded. We can zoom out. We can declutter. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. You can press clear, and you can see it's 20 minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So we can basically go to minus 3. Let's do it minus 2. So we see the approach here. We look at the approach plate. So we can also see it on our VFR map. So all looking good. So let's make sure we switch to GPS mode. All right, and the initial heading, we're gonna fly at 109. So now we can go and set it up in for the heading. So we're using Honeycomb Bravo. So all you need to do is to make sure it's on the course selection, and then we can turn it to 109. So it's 90, 100, 110. So it's, well, let's do this. Yep, this looks good. All right. So let's do a little flow check. Parking brake off, fuel pump on. All right, we're ready to go. Okay, airspeed alive, all pressure, all temperature good, RPM looking good. Alright, 60 knots. Oh wow, not sure what's going on. Doesn't look that windy. Okay, my yoke is not working. Oh boy. Alright, well, just 1 second. Okay, now we got our yoke back. So let's keep climbing. And we can do right turn. And this is something happened after the last update. The track AR is actually getting disabled once you pause it, so you need to go back to the menu and enable it. So hopefully there's gonna be a hotfix pretty soon. Okay, we are downwind, and with those problems we forgot to put the gear up. So gears up. Alright, let's do the flap climb check. Gear up, flaps up. Adjust the power, prop. Okay, we're looking good. Alright, so now we can, as you can see here, we are about to intercept our course, so we can just stay on this heading, and you can also see it on the Gen S. We can zoom in a little, and we also see it on the VFR map, so everything looking good. We have good situational awareness. Okay, let's climb to 3000, so 500 to go. Let's keep that right rudder. Alright, so we can see this needle start coming up. So basically once it's center, means that we are on the course, and you can see it you can see it on the map as well. Alright. Okay, 3000, level off. Alright, so you can see here, you can see it on the VFR map, but we can easily see it on our GPS where Rebo is, and we can zoom out. Okay, so if you want to fly the full approach, right, you'll have to go all the way here, go turn. So what if you want to go to Rebo? So we can do it. What we need to do is to go to the flight plan, then press the knob, and then go to Rebo, eject, activate. Alright, now you can see it's turned us to Rebo. So now, and you can see the map is updated as well. So now we can make a turn to south, and the new heading is, you can see it here, 194. So we can set it here, 194, again with our honeycomb Bravo. Alright, looking good. So we are, as you can see, now need to turn. Usually it's 45 degrees, it's pretty good intercept, so we can fly 45 degrees like this. And if you open the approach plate, we can see at Rebo we need to be at 2000 feet. Okay, so we can do a little descent. We'll adjust power. Okay, cruise check. Well, it's a descent check now. Make sure regen, prop. Everything else, throttle looking good. Okay, so now you basically gonna be intercepting. Oh, we can see Rebo here as well. Nice. Yeah, I like how it's integrated with the map. It's like flying with your iPad with ForeFlight. So really good. Alright, so let's get ready for the approach, and let's make sure we run below 1000. So the final approach course it's 275. So let's set it up here. $275. Okay. Okay, so now we're coming up on the heading, so let's make a turn for the approach course. So weather, let's say we got the weather radius, so we on GPS mode, and we have San Diego in the approach. Instruments. Instruments again, we have the final approach course set, and we have the GPS set up, and we make sure we're in GPS mode. Minimums, so for our approach, the minimums, it's not a not precision approach, so it's a 760. Time, no time, inbound course, we got it. And then missed approach, which we don't need, but if you need it, it's just straight approach and hold at SARCs. Okay, so it's an international airport, so we're coming pretty hot. I'm gonna pull the power, start slowing ourselves down. So since it's not precision approach, we need to, in this case, have a 3.5 degree glide slope, so you can actually see it here. 3.5 to touchdown. Oh, that's really nice. So 3 degrees, it's a normal glide slope, and in this case it's just a little bit higher because of the houses, and I think there's parking structure. So just behind this airliner, which is interesting. But getting close, so let's pull the gear down. And let's do flaps 10. Flaps 20. Okay, looking good. Right now we're gonna look down the runway. Okay, pull the power, protect the nose. Good, flaps up. Alright. Let's make a turn here. On the right side we have the GA side. On the left it's airliner. So I'm not sure what that Southwest is doing here. Oops. Alright, so I think we can park here. Okay, let's just go around this plane. Alright, very good. Well, I hope you enjoyed our flight. As you can see, it's a really great tool and all worked well. We're gonna do some more flights like this. We're also gonna do some flights with the pilot edge. And if you have something you're interested in or some questions, suggestions, please comment below. And we'll see you on our next flight.